I'm assuming I'm live. I'm sorry I missed that. I see I've been live for a whole 10 seconds. I'm trying to get my printer to work and I'm trying to get myself together here. And good God Almighty. Welcome to Kingdom Fundraisers Live. I'm Willie Peterson, Pastor Willie, your host. And I'm so glad to be with you today because I want to spend a minute today talking about next week on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. Guess what, y'all? We are doing Fundraising Made Simple Live, again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is June the 24th, June the 25th, June the 26th. We're doing Fundraising Made Simple Live, where we'll be showing you how to become fundable in 90 days. Oh, yeah. Many of the organizations are chasing money, but they're really not prepared and not ready for it. And one of the things we want to make sure that you're ready for funding when it's available. Come on, y'all. That's why we miss a lot of our grant opportunities. It is a competitive world out there. There are a lot of individuals looking for the same thing you're looking for. And so in order for you to qualify, in order for you to get those funds, you need to have all of your ducks in a row. And so I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of what we're putting together for next week. My friend, Brother Mark, is joining me right now. I see him live with the program. Thank God it's Fundraising Friday. That's what TGIFF stands for. Thank God it's Fundraising Friday. And here's my co-host, my partner, my Brother Mark Tua. And he's here with us as always to make sure that whatever I'm talking about, you get to see it visually. We had a conversation a week or so ago about him coming on live with me either on Wednesday or on Thursday. You know, I'm printing now, Mark. It's been on the tweak or whatever for the last 2 minutes, and it's just now printing. Ain't that crazy? But that's okay. That's what you all hear in the background, my printer. But again, welcome, Mark. How's everybody at home? Mark, he's moving fast, y'all. Join us for Fundraising Made Simple Live. He's quick on it. June 24th, 25th, and 26th at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. They have a bonus session. We have a bonus session for those of you VIP members on the 27th. We got some great information for you all week long. Guess what? You can learn how to be fundable, to organization fundable in 90 days. Yes. And so register today. Click on the link. Go to the Facebook page. Google me. Go to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel or any of those locations, excuse me, that you are a part of. Click on the link and join us live next week. Fundraising Made Simple Live, June 24th, June 25th, June 26th at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And then for those of you all who really want to get some meat and make sure that your organization is locked in, there's a bonus session on June the 27th. That one there is a Zoom link, will be a Zoom link where you can interact with me, ask questions. I can answer them one-on-one as a group. And guess what? We can help you get your vision off of paper onto the pavement. We can help many of you go from startup to sustainability so that you can have a consistent cash flow in your organization. What we do at Kingdom Fundraisers, we really help nonprofit leaders become fundable. That's really a simple. We just help you become fundable. And there are various tools that we have. Many of those of you all that join are going to, you have access to one of the tools for our session. You can get that on the Facebook page, or you can get it on my, on my webpage. You can get that kit that you can use. That kit is available to you. And for those of you that are VIP, we have even more special bonuses for you all. Good God Almighty. We are prepared to help you get your funding ready in 90 days. All right. Tag, somebody, if you know some people, let them know, share this organization, tell them what we're doing. I was with a gentleman in the UK a little while ago. We were having a conversation about what he's doing, and he's looking at what we're doing. So if you know someone, if you have an organization, if you're a part of a church, if you're a part of a ministry, and God has given you a vision, and you want that vision to begin to raise some funds, connect with me. Join this webinar next week. It's free. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, June 24th, 25th, and 26th, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. This is free. 1 hour. You're going to get a good hour from me to send me. You can interact with me. Like you can post what you want to ask questions. Send them to me earlier. I'll do that. We have a format. We're going to show you some things that with the tools that we use, as you know, we're helping organizations right now raise millions of dollars. And this gentleman is joining me right now, Brother Kareem Casey. He is one of my partners. Hello. Yeah, I'm still in Florida, man. I ain't allowed to go nowhere. I'm back and forth. I'll be in D.C. in 2 weeks, back in Ohio in a week or two. But I'm reside right here, and I intend to stay here. Kareem is probably going to join us one or two of them days next week. He is my business coach partner, business partner coach. He does the for-profit side. When I have those of you all that are talking to me about for-profit business, that's not my expertise, but Kareem's. And so if you're looking, and he does this every day too. He does the same thing that I do. He's on Facebook Live. He's always talking about how to get money. Send me a link so I can send out to my email list. Mark, post that link and I'll send it to you direct to your people so that they can join this. How to listen. If you want to get some funds, join us live. The Fundraising Makes Simple Live, June 24th, 5th, and 26th, 12 noon. And then there's a bonus session on Saturday where you can really dig in. All right? Kareem, I'll get that over to you shortly. Give me a few minutes to get off this call and help somebody. We can help somebody. I really appreciate you, man, because you don't have to do that. But again, there it is right there. Kareem, you can pull it off of there and you have access to it. And Mark and I will send it to you, the same link right away where you can get some of the people on your side done. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And that's what we do together. Kingdom Fundraisers this is not a selfish ministry. We want to be able to build the body of Christ by building up people. Come on. And we do that by sharing information one with another, right? I got the link. I will email my list. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man, for the help. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the help. Anyone come out of your link, as a blessing to me, they become a blessing to you. So we're going to do that. And then all of you all, Mark says it all the time. Tell someone, if you know somebody, tag them below. Share this with an organization that needs to hear this, not only this message, but share the link if you're out there and you know a nonprofit, if you know a church that's trying to raise funds. Look, I'm working with one out of Chicago, Illinois, and they're putting a big program, $60,000 program, youth enrichment program. We were working together in the last month to make sure, first off, that's exactly what they did. We did with them, help them become fundable, and it's done in 90 days. And that's a perfect example. Mark, I think I'll get a testimony from Pastor Apostle Ron Wilson when I speak with him and get them to share with them how we had them qualified for funding in 90 days. And now we're looking to we're actually doing fundraising. We started yesterday on their fundraising campaign. He has a sharp young man. His son who's in the financial management. His son is taking the lead on this. Every time we meet once a week, we share what he's done. I give them more to do. And before next week, he's already completed what he has talked about doing. My client that I was on with just prior to here, that's in Lorain, Ohio, they're the same way. When you connect with this organization, we're going to give you tools that you can actually use to build your organization to qualify for funding. Many organizations are on Facebook and they tell you, go get the money here, go get the money here. You can do this, connect to this bank, connect to that bank. But I want you to know something. All that's good. But if you're not fundable, you're not getting the money. Yes, I start with that. If you're not fundable, you're not going to get the money. So they can tell you all day long, you don't need an EIN number, you don't need your social security number, you don't need this, you don't need that. But I'm going to tell you what you do need. What you do need is to be fundable. And that's what Kingdom Fundraisers, we Pete Inc., that's what we do. Help you become fundable. That's what Kareem does. help you become fundable so that when you write your proposal, when you respond to NOFAs, when you respond to RFPs, NOFAs is a notice of funding available, and RFP is a request for funding proposal. When you get these documents and you look at them, they're not confusing to you. Huh? If you're not fundable, you're not getting the money. That's what we do. Help you become fundable. So when you see these things, when you're looking at a bank, you go to the bank and say, if there's a corporate organization, you can go to these locations and you can request funds to support your vision, not your ministry. Yes, if it's a ministry, that's all well and good, but how do we also have a document to change your ministering language to fundable language? Yes. Just because you have a ministry and you're serving God doesn't mean a bank won't help you serve God. That's not what they're there for. They're glad you do that, because what we do in ministry really help change and save lives and serve people. But you need to have fundable language. In our webinar next week, guess what? We're going to help you with fundable language so that you can say, instead of I'm doing a vacation Bible school, I'm doing a summer enrichment program for my youth. I need $5,000 to help me provide this and provide that. Yes, it's language. So when we say fundraising made simple, we want to help you understand what funders are looking for. We're going to actually talk about what funders look for before they even go through your whole grant. There are certain things, I have 5 things I'm going to show you that funders look for first. When those reviewers look at your paperwork, they ought to be able to tell on the first page if you're fundable. Come on, somebody. Not when they go all the way through it and see how much money you want. Because that's usually the last part of a document, y'all. But in your introductory page or on your narrative, you need to be able to say to them that I am fundable. Guess what? That's what we're going to show you next week in our webinar. What you need to know, what you need to say, and how you present yourself to a funder in order to become fundable. And if you're interested in that, please join us next week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, June 24th, 25th, 26th, for Fundraising Made Simple Live. And I'm your host, Pastor WIllie, and I'll be right here to help you get on this journey. Maybe you've been getting grants before and there's some new things out there. And every time we get a new administration, guess what? New administration, they change the rules. So you need to understand the rules of the game. Just because you got funding from an organization last year, and especially if it's a government organization, because you got funded for them last year does not mean you're going to get funded for the same thing this year. Because when they redo the budget, oftentimes they redo their narrative or their RFP or proposal for you, because it has to match what they're interested in also. And because things change, they change the game, and you need to understand how to play the game. Many of us are into sports, some kind of sports, rather soccer, football, baseball, basketball. When you get drafted to another team, you get a new game plan. And in order to be able to make the team, guess what? You need to learn the game plan. What we do at Kingdom Fundraisers is help you learn the new game plan. When there's a new organization, a new ministry, a new business, we want to help you become fundable. So again, don't forget to join me next week, Kingdom Fundraisers Live. And our webinar is called Fundraising Made Simple Live. That's really what it is. And we're going to show you the things that funders are looking for. I'm going to share with you one of my secret sauces. I call it a logic model. It's something we used in the college level when I was teaching in the college. One of those tools that funders that will help you become fundable is that. I'm going to bring that to you next. I think that's Thursday's webinar. I think Wednesdays is the first thing that we're going to talk about is what funders are looking for. On Thursday, we're going to talk about, again, a logic model, those things that need to be set up for you. And then on Friday, we're going to hit a home run to make sure you know and have the tools to make sure when that funder opens that your paperwork, you look ready. And then you can make your ask of them. And then on Saturday, for those of you all who really want to dig in, you already have a vision, you already know that there's a grant that you want to apply for, or you already know you need money for this or need money for that. Saturday's VIP edition is designed just for you so that you can log on, talk to me one-on-one, or actually you'll be in a group. But we can have a time together and we can answer your questions. We can give you some direction. We can help you get yourself a lot closer to getting your funding for your organization. And so again, I'm pushing this because it is very, very strong and powerful what we'll be doing next week. I'm not one of those that's just trying to give you hype. And I'm not knocking anybody online that they do what they do. I know what my expertise is, and that's getting you fundable. And if that you want, even if you're already an organization that's been in place for a minute, again, let's do my checklist. You'll get, if you're a part of this, you'll get a checklist. Let's do the checklist. My mentor, Mr. Robertson, who passed away, and we'll be doing his memorial on the 30th, way back 20 plus years ago, gave me a document, an HR document. It's a document that I use and I recommend for all of us to use. Um, and if you're in our inner circle, guess what? You get the document. Yeah, you can go from just being online all the way to being a part of Kingdom Fundraisers Inner Circle, our network. And if you're part of the network, then you will get the same document. And I'm here to tell you, you think you're fundable now? This document will make sure that every duck is in a row. I'm going through it now, even with my bookkeeper and my attorney, all of the people, because I'm in the middle of a new year and things have shifted even for our organization. But in order for us to remain a legit business and an accountable business, we have to use the checklist. And guess what? You need it as well. So, one more time, join me next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, June 24th, 25th, and 26th, and a bonus day on the 27th for VIP and for Fundraising Made Simple Live, where we'll show you how to get your vision off of paper, how to go from startup to sustainability, and how to become fundable in 90 days. I want to see you there. All right. I had a look. I actually had an outline for y'all today that I wanted to deal with, but it was much more important for me to talk about, that because funding is not where success begins. Success begins with capacity building. So we're gonna really, that's really gonna be a capacity building workshop next week. Um, I want to be a fundability coach, not just your fundraising coach, but really, I want to be a fundability coach, and I'm going to talk about that next week. And we'll talk about that, and to give you a little bit of idea, a fundability coach helps nonprofit leaders build the capacity they need to become fundable, attract investments, and develop partnerships that last. I was sharing with one of my clients and one of my students this week is that as we're seeking funds for our organization, we don't just look for funders to give us money. We look for funders to invest in our vision and to develop partnerships for our organizations that last. It's better to have someone investing in you to 2 or 3 years than have someone drop $100,000 on you and they disappear and you got to figure out what to do next. And so that's what we want to make sure you understand, the difference between a funder, an investor, and a partner. We're going to be talking about that. All right. We're going to talk about what capacity building is. These are things that you will need to know. And then we're going to talk about my 90-day process. Okay. So please, I challenge you, join this webinar if you want the answers to those questions. You'll get them in writing. You'll also be able to hear them. For those of you that are VIP, you'll get the copies of these recordings so that you can have them in your file and go back to them. Oh, I'm looking forward to making sure that you're going to have everything you need. So I'll be sharing with you next week. I'll be sharing strategies to help you strengthen your organization, become more fundable, position yourself to attract grants, to attract investors and long-term partners. So if you're frustrated chasing grants, I want to encourage you to join us next week. We'll show you how to become fundable, and we'll do it with first steps toward building an organization that thrives, not just one during the grant cycle time, getting money here and there, but we want to help you get money that lasts for years. So remember this: don't chase funding, chase capacity. Because when you're building the capacity, you're building a fundable organization. And when you become fundable, you attract investments. When you attract investments, you build partnerships. And when you build partnerships, you create lasting impact. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I think I rambled fast. I don't even think I gave you enough time to post, did I? He got some stuff. If you it is, he's got it. He's got it. That's what we do. And so we want to again show you to become fundable in 90 days, even when you've never written a grant. That's really what we want to do for you all. If you've never done it before, that's okay. We're going to show you how. So thank you for being a part of what we do. You excited too, Mark? So am I. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And every time we've done a webinar, we've walked away with some people that we've been able to help. And I'm looking forward to finding one or two of you in this next cycle. God bless you. Thanks for joining me and hearing me today. Kingdom Fundraisers Live every Friday, 12 noon. But next week is a special week. How Fundraising Made Simple Live. I'm going to say how to find some money. Nah, how to become fundable in 90 days. That's really what I was planning to say. We're going to show you how to do that. And so Wednesday, 24th, Thursday, the 25th, Friday, 26th, Saturday VIP bonus session on the 27th, but you get the nuts and bolts of what you can bring in. You'll be a part of that one if you register for that. But the other first 3 days are free. Material is available to you online today. God bless you. Thank you for being a part of this. I'll talk with you soon.